Hello and welcome back to the Do Brand You channel. My name is Lorraine Taylor and I'm super happy that you are here. Today is Friday Chat Day, where I take you behind the scenes and share with you strategies that I'm working on, things that I am including in my journey as I do the best version of myself, unleashing potential in every season of life. And that's what we're here to do, is to support you here on the channel to do just that. This channel is all about you, about supporting you on your journey. So let's get into today's topic, which is what I do at the beginning of every year, which is to choose a word of the year. And I'm wondering, for right now, I'm recording this, it's January of 2025. So if you're listening now or anytime, do you have a word of the year? Having a word of the year is a really powerful practice that sets the tone for the year, and it gives you something to come back to when life inevitably gets really busy. What's fascinating is Hello and welcome back to the Do Brand You show. Hello and welcome back to Do Brand You. This channel is all about you. It's supporting you to unleash your potential in every season of life. My name is Lorraine Taylor. If you're new here, I'm really glad you came. And if you are coming back, it's great to have you back here with us. So at the start of the year, I always choose a word of the year. And I'm wondering, have you chosen your word of the year? I'm recording this in January of 2025. But if you're listening at any time, what word of the year do you have, or have you? Have you thought about it? So having a word of the year is a really powerful practice to set the tone for the year. I've been doing it for quite a few years now, and it always gives me a real sense of focus during that year. What's really interesting is, as I was choosing this year's word, I realized it's not something that I felt really forced. It wasn't like, oh my God, I have to come up with a word of the year. It's kind of like, it's as though the word sort of finds me. For example, a couple of years ago, I had the word of the year was conversation. And when I decided that was going to be my word for the year, I didn't really fully realize at the time how important that was going to become during the year. But as that year, developed, I had the most meaningful conversations that shaped my personal growth, influenced my professional life, and created lasting connections with people. And this year, my word is enjoy. And I want to share with you what this means to me, why I think choosing a word of the year can be really transformative for you, and how you can go about choosing a word of the year for yourself. So by the end of this video, you're going to have everything you need, or a reminders for yourself to set a clear intention for the year ahead, or whatever part of the year that you're in, depending on when you're listening to this. So I want to start with, why is a word of the year so powerful? On the surface, it might seem that it's just kind of a fun thing to do. But there's actually a lot of science and behavioral psychology behind this. When I or you choose a single word to focus on, we're engaging in something that they call priming. And this is a psychological effect where our minds are then subconsciously tuned to notice things that align with your focus. For example, if you chose the word gratitude, you're more likely to notice moments in your day or your year that bring you joy and reasons to be thankful. The same thing goes if you're driving down the highway and you decide that you're going to really think about blue cars. I can promise you, you're going to find blue cars everywhere, because the small shift in focus has a huge ripple effect on your mindset and your behaviors. It helps you create what we know as a cognitive framework. So this is the Do Brand You channel. It's about taking action to unleash your potential in the season of life that you're in. And so by choosing a word of the day, it's not just, like I said, it's not just a fun thing to do. You're creating a cognitive framework. And instead of feeling overwhelmed by, the goals that you have or the tasks that you have this kind of overarching theme that ties everything together. So you can, I was also thinking about the way this works, and it's like setting a compass. Your word becomes your true north. It becomes your directional guiding focus that helps you in decisions and actions throughout the year. And the best part is that it's really flexible. Unlike a rigid goal, a word just allows for things to evolve and things to unfold. Like when I had the word conversation for the year, I found that I was having these great conversations with people, and I, probably because it was my word, I was going out of my way to really notice them and, make time for them and to include them in my life. So I wanted to talk about what are the benefits. I mean, I've already kind of said some of the benefits, but some of the benefits about having a word of the year is the clarity that you're given, because you're faced with a decision. Because one thing is that you're faced with a decision, and that is, what is my word going to be for the year? Right there to get the answer to that is clarity. Like I said, for me, it seems like the word it's just there. It just kind of comes to me. And I just feel it, it's just something that that's the word. That's what I'm going to use this year. And then once you have the word of the day, when you're met with other decisions to do, what do I want to, what are my intentions of doing this project? And you can say, and if your word of the day is conversations, you could say, well, I want to make sure, and this is what I did, I want to make sure that when I'm with other people, I allow an opportunity for conversations. So how that played out in my life is when I chose the word conversations, it was that year that I started the Do community. And I set the purpose and the structure and the foundation of the Do community around conversations and how powerful they can be. The Do community is a space where people who are wanting to unleash their potential, live their best version of their life, and be with other people and to get support and to give support, they come to the Do community. And when we have gatherings, we have online meetings together, I make sure that we have great conversations. And I highlight that. And because of that, we're celebrating the Do community now. It's 4 years we've had it. We're going into our 5th year now. And the ability to the focus on conversations in the Do community has just been astounding. People have naturally give each other space because they want to hear different perspectives. They've developed better skills in having conversations. We've created collective wisdom so many times because you create collective wisdom through conversations. I didn't think of any of that at the beginning of the year when the word conversation popped into my head. But as it evolved, I can tell you now, 4 years later, what a powerful word that was. And what a kind of pathway it led me along. And because of the focus. The other thing, another really huge benefit to choosing a word of the day is that it's a powerful tool for personal growth. Because a word of the year. A word of the year is like planting a seed. And throughout the year, you're going to nurture that. You're going to start to see the impact it has on your mindset, on your habits, and on your relationships. It can kind of infuse in everything that you do. It's not just a word of the day for your business or a word of the day for just a personal thing. It's about your relationships. It's about how you decide to show up. And the third one is that it encourages intentionality. And that's a huge thing. If you want to do brand you, if you want to unleash your potential, you need to do that with intention. And in our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel like life is just happening to us. But with a word of the year, we're kind of saying, oh, no, wait a minute. I want to intentionally create a focus for my year, and I want to move along that. So for me, my word for this year, I mentioned it before, is the word enjoy. And it is already shaping my year. It's helping me to stay mindful of how I spend my time and energy. And I've realized that to truly enjoy my work and personal life, I need to create the right conditions. So already I'm making decisions on ensuring that I can live to my potential by making sure that I'm enjoying what I do. And to enjoy what I do, I need to make sure that I physically take care of myself, that I get enough sleep, that I eat the best food, that I choose the best options, and that I enjoy that. It's already, when I get together with a friend or my husband or whoever, or I have an online meeting with someone, or I'm coaching someone, or I'm running a workshop, I want to enjoy that. I want to be there and show up and enjoy being there. I don't want to be thinking about, I can't wait till this is finished. No, I want to enjoy that. And not only do I want to enjoy it, but I want the person that I'm with or the people that I'm with to enjoy it too. So I might have to go a little extra work to create a space where we do things that are fun, like that I actually try to add fun things into what we're doing. I want to make sure people are enjoying it. So how do you go about choosing your word? So you start by reflecting on a little bit of your past year. You can ask yourself, what was really working well? What felt really challenging? What are some things that I would like to focus on? And when you start thinking about that, you might start seeing a theme that's emerging. And if you felt like last year was kind of overwhelming, your word might become balance or to simplify. If you're ready to push yourself out of your comfort zone, you might choose a word for courage or growth. Or if you feel like you want to grow in a certain way, one time my word of the year was stillness, because I was really focused on, I wanted to really focus on the fact that I need to start from the inside. I need to start from the inside and work outward as opposed to outward to in. And the concept with, I needed to find the stillness in me first. And in the stillness, I needed to really be mindful in those times. And so like getting up in the morning, stillness was my focus. To sit in stillness, to get my core of who I am kind of sorted first, and then picking up phones and looking at different things, The other one is that actually came into workshops that I did, coaching that I did, any online courses that I was running. Stillness came into allowing stillness to happen when you're running a workshop and you ask a question, you ask people to do something, to allow stillness to be there, to pause, to wait. Let people think. You don't have to always be, ask a question and 10 seconds later somebody doesn't answer and you answer it for them, Pause, let people think, give them space. Give people space to respond in their own way. So once you've chosen your word of the day, the key is to just integrate it into your daily life, write it down. You can put it on your desk. I just tend to remember it, to be frankly honest. So I don't really have it anywhere. I just remember it, and I try to just consciously and intentionally include it. So I look forward to hearing what your word of the day might be. If you feel comfortable, I would love for you to just pop it in the comments below. Thank you for joining me here. It's really great to have you here.